Zendaya is one of the most successful names in Hollywood today. She is one of the few stars who does not need a surname to establish their prowess. Though she is now ruling the screens with some of Hollywood's finest, her beginning as a teen star wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. There is no doubt that Zendaya was a roaring success, but was Disney a cakewalk for her? Definitely not. What were the struggles she had to go through? Was her Black identity used against her? Welcome back to our channel, and in today's video, we are going to share all things good, bad, and ugly about Zendaya's stint at Disney. Buckle up, because we are going to shake it up. The biggest break in Zendaya's career came with Disney's Shake It Up, where she played the supporting character. Though Zendaya until today maintains that she's thankful for the opportunity, fans still feel that she was the victim of a grave injustice. So what happened backstage? Is there more to Disney than what they portray? To find out, stay with us till the end of the video as we take you through the roller coaster ride of Zendaya's rise to stardom and all the repercussions that came with it. Zendaya MAREE STOERMER Coleman was bitten by the entertainment bug quite early on. Her mother worked a summer job as the house manager of the nearby California Shakespeare Theater in Orinda, California, and little Zendaya would help her sell fundraiser tickets and seat the patrons. It was there that Zendaya had her first brush with acting. She was instantly enamored by it. A couple of years later, when she turned 8, Zendaya joined a dance troupe called Future Shock. She was a part of the hip-hop group for over 3 years. The dance troupe marked the beginning of the amazing dancer she was going to become. Her parents encouraged her love for the arts and moved to LA to help her kickstart her career. Before she landed her first big role at Disney, Zendaya appeared in many music videos and ads. She started her career with a modeling project for Macy's, Old Navy, and Mervyn's. She was also a part of an iCarly toy ad. Zendaya was also featured in a Sears commercial that starred another Disney-born star, Selena Gomez. In 2009, she was chosen as a performer for the Kids Bop music video of Katy Perry's Hot and Cold. So how did she manage to crack her very first break at Disney? Let's find out. When Zendaya auditioned for the lead role of CECE, she had already established her skills as a dancer. Other than that, she was also trained in music and acting. She had been dancing for over half a decade when she auditioned for the role, and let's not forget that Shake It Up was all about dancing. But here is where we start seeing the first red flags. She didn't get the lead role. Bella Thorne was chosen to play the lead role in the series, and this one was not even remotely associated with dancing. Zendaya, on the other hand, was offered the role of CeCe's best friend, Rocky Blue. While Rocky Blue became a much-loved character later on, it still wasn't what Zendaya deserved. So what was the criteria for Disney's selection? More on that in a bit. Fans even today feel that Thorne didn't deserve the lead. She was a featured dancer, which is why it was trash they gave Bella the lead on Shake It Up. Zendaya also did other professional dancing gigs too, lol. Watching Shake It Up back, Bella could barely keep up with the choreography. Disney has had an infamous history of indulging in cultural inappropriation in their older movies. When Zendaya, a biracial actress, wasn't chosen for the lead despite her glowing portfolio, it did ruffle some feathers. But hey, this has been a norm since donkey's years. Do you remember the iconic line from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? The evil queen asks the mirror, "Who's the fairest of them all?" Yep, these are the fairy tales. The subtle message of associating being fair with being beautiful can be very damaging. The story itself is very problematic to begin with, and its portrayal is no less harmful. Despite the questionable association of beauty with fair skin, the film is still considered a classic. In Dumbo, the main character can be seen accompanied by a group of crows. Made in 1941, the crows were made as caricatures of Black Americans. The offensive imagery is not where it ends either. One of the crows was named Jim Crow. Jim Crow was also the name of the racial segregation law in Southern America. Is that a coincidence? We don't think so. To make things worse, the film also featured a song with the lyrics, "We slave until we're almost dead, we're happy-hearted roustabouts," and "Keep on working, stop that shirking, pull that rope, you hairy ape." With a history so grim, Disney's butterflies and sparkles image doesn't seem so appealing anymore, does it? Was Bella Thorne chosen over Zendaya because of this? Was Zendaya's Disney debut marred by the company's discriminatory past? Other than angry fans, there isn't much evidence to prove anything. But guess what? Zendaya is not a star to accept any form of racism. She once fired a publicist because of the same issue. "I didn't like my hair and makeup one time on a photo shoot, and my publicist told me, 'You should just be happy with it. They haven't had a black girl on the cover since forever.'" Well, these words speak a lot lot for themselves. Zendaya was definitely more skilled and capable for the role of CeCE. The makers never shared why they chose Bella, but in a 2010 interview with J14, Zendaya seemed happy with how it all panned out. The really cool part about my audition process was I originally came in for CeCE, and they asked me to read for Rocky, and I really felt Rocky. I had a connection with her character, and when I went with Bella, it was like instant chemistry, she shared. When asked what about Rocky she likes the most, Zendaya said, "She's a girly girl, but I like a little more edge to it. I like to take her style, and I like to add a little more of a tomboy flair to it." And now we know she did. But then again, things took another angle. Zendaya and Bella were always pitted against each other, but the two only had nice things to say about each other. The fact that they were always pitted against each other was the biggest obstacle to their friendship. Bella said, "It took us those other 2 seasons of becoming so close. It was hard not having someone pitted against you before, and then all of a sudden, now everyone is pitting you against each other. That fed into our heads. It made us not be friends in that first season." The rivalry that was created by fans and tabloids was something that made things difficult for both Bella and Zendaya, but they did not let it affect their performance on camera. Shake It Up was called off in 2013, and after the show ended, Zendaya's career went on an upward spiral. She released a music album and starred in a Spider-Man movie. But when Disney came knocking again, it was Zendaya's turn to lay down her terms. So what were her terms? And did Disney oblige to any? Let's find out. Well, they had to. When she was offered the lead role in Casey Undercover, Zendaya wanted to be the brains behind it as well. She rejoined Disney as an actor and a co-producer. She said, "The only way I was going to come back to the Disney Channel was if I was in a position of more power." She was well aware of the lack of diversity the channel had, and as a producer, she wanted to make sure that representation of minorities was the top priority. One thing that is really important to me is diversity on the channel. It's hard as a young person of a different ethnicity or a background to look at the TV and not see anyone who looks like you. Representation is very important. Now that the actress has moved on to much bigger projects and is ruling Hollywood with her talent, what does she think about her Disney journey? In an interview with Teen Vogue, she said, "I'm grateful that it's just kind of been this slow progression, and I am happy that it's all been to prove it to myself and not to anybody else. You know, I embrace it a little bit. It's part of my heritage to a degree." Zendaya has become more vocal on issues that people of color face. Though she agrees that being half white has given her privilege, she intends to use the same in a responsible way. Like, people question, would you listen to Zendaya if she wasn't the same skin color? And that's an honest question. Can I honestly say that I've had to face the same racism and struggles of a woman with darker skin? No, I cannot. I have not walked in her shoes, and that is unfair of me to say. But I'm completely behind that woman. I want to be a part of the movement and growth. And if I get put in a position because of the color of my skin where people will listen to me, then I should use that privilege the right way. Zendaya has time and again delivered on her promise, from making Disney agree to her demands, to wearing braids on the red carpet, to openly discussing such matters publicly. This star is not one to lower her voice. But has Disney learned from its past? Will the bias based on color ever be abolished? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, do give us a like and share. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button for more and ring the bell icon to never miss a video from us.